I found out my crazy roommate was using my fun time toys, so I put itching powder on them, and now she's my 21F roommate, 22F, and I have been living together for almost 6 months now. Since day one, we got along really well since we were into the same stuff. We even had the same major, but after a month, I realized things in my room were being moved around. I asked her about it, and she said it was probably just her cat, and I left my door open. Nothing was ever missing, so I shrugged it off until a few weeks later. She came home from clubbing wearing my dress. Pissed off, I called her out, but she walked right past me into her room and fell asleep. The next morning, my dress was hanging on my doorknob with a note that said, "Sorry." I dropped it off at the cleaners on my way to class because it stunk of beer. After I got the dress back, I taped the dry cleaning bill to my roommate's door. Later that day, I went to take the trash out and found the bill crumpled up inside. I didn't want to cause tension between us, so I let it go. About 2 weeks later, my roommate came home with a group of her friends. I was used to this, so I just packed up my laptop and headed to my room when I saw my roommate's hair. She had cut it super short, like shoulder length, and dyed it red. It looked exactly like my hair. Her friends saw the similarity and immediately teased my roommate, saying she was stealing looks from people again. I was confused and was going to ask more until my roommate told her friends she just wanted to show how much better looking she was with red hair. She even started saying who did it best, and one of her guy friends said I looked like a highlighter while she was gorgeous. Having heard enough, I rushed to my room and tried not to cry. I've been bullied for years about my natural red hair and was pissed that it was happening all over again. For the next few weeks, I wore a hat because anytime people saw my roommate and I together, they stared. Because my roommate and I have the same major, we also share a lot of classes. After leaving one of my favorite classes my roommate didn't have, I went home. I put my keys on the hook by the front door and walked down the hall when I saw my roommate rush out of my bedroom. I asked what she was doing in my room, and she said looking for her cat. I was suspicious though because I saw her cat on the couch as I was entering the apartment. I looked past her and saw my comforter was a mess, even though I knew I made it before I left. I asked if she was in my bed. She gave me a disgusted look, saying, "I wouldn't touch your bed. I hear what you do in there," and walked away. I was stunned. I don't have a boyfriend, but I do like taking care of myself. But I didn't know how she would know that. Our rooms are at opposite ends of the apartment, so there's no way she could have heard anything unless she stood right outside my door. Suddenly, I got a sick feeling in my stomach and walked over to where I keep my fun toys. I've been using electronics for years and had a few kinds. When I opened the drawer where I stored them, I found that they were all accounted for. I couldn't tell if they had been moved or not, but the sick feeling stayed when I took a closer look and saw one of my toys had been used and not cleaned up. I have wipes near my bed so that they can be cleaned up right away. I don't put them back unless they are clean. That's when I realized my roommate must have used it and put it back when I came home. Absolutely disgusted, I threw all of my toys out. Not sure if she had used any of the others as well. Wondering if she had been using anything else in my room, I looked around and ended up discovering a few of my outfits in my closet were also missing. I sat down, frozen, unable to move or think about what to do next. Do I confront her? She would only deny it. I thought of moving out, but I didn't have the money for that. Suddenly I got a great idea. I ordered some new toys online, express shipping, and a few other things from a joke shop to complete my revenge plan. Before leaving for class the next day, I put down a mattress protector and some old sheets on my bed. Then I put on some gloves and rubbed itching powder on my toys, and sprinkled some more onto the sheets. I knew my roommate was spending the day at home, so it would be the perfect time to do it. After setting everything up, I went into our shared bathroom and removed every cream we both had that could make her feel better. I was really confident in my plan. I was practically skipping when class let out and I headed home. When I got home, I called out for my roommate to see if she was there. No one responded, so I got worried that maybe she had left with her friends for the afternoon instead. I soon realized that wasn't the case as I went to my room and saw my drawer with the toys left open. I quickly stripped my bed and threw away the sheets and 2 toys I had left out for her. I made my bed and happily went to sleep. The next morning, I didn't see my roommate at all, so I just went to class like normal. I started to worry a bit that she might take revenge on me, and that's why she had been avoiding me. Later that day, one of my roommate's friends came up to me to tell me my roommate was in the hospital, and she had apparently gotten a horrible allergic reaction to something and that her whole body had broken out into hives. I asked her if she knew what had caused it, and she told me no one knew. She just started to break out and went to the hospital. Her friend told me she'd see me around and left.